Hey, what's up, y'all? So let's get into the mess and the mess. I've been trying to do this video for the last day and a half. I said every technical issues were just crazy, but I didn't got things worked out. So let's get down into this. So, first up, like, share, subscribe, and join the channel. It's your boy Paul. So let's get down to this. So we got up is the 2 inmates from the New Orleans, well, the 11 inmates that escaped a New Orleans jail. So we got 2 of them that are still on the run right now. So, there's a reward of from 5K to 10K. So, in New Orleans, if y'all need to get that money, y'all need to start looking out for them. So yeah, that's what's going on here. So let's move on to Dawn Richards. So she ended up coming out and posting, and then she took it down, saying that she hasn't drugged anybody ever in her life. She ain't never gave anyone any pills to take. Then she ended up, deleting the post after her ex-boyfriend, Q from Day 26, said that she gave him, a pill at a Diddy party that he felt like she was trying to help him, trying to help Diddy or whatever. you know. So she came back with that. So that's what's going on there. So she said she ain't did none of that. And she said, how could you say that when you invited me to meet when I met your parents? I met your parents and I met your sister. So why would I do anything like that? That's what she said, and then she deleted it. So let's move on past her. Let's get into Diddy. Diddy team. So Diddy team ended up they wanted Kid Cudi's testimony for his car being bombed. They wanted that thrown out. They wanted the judge to throw that out because there wasn't no proof that Diddy was involved in that. But let's check this out. So Diddy's former assistant, Capricorn Clark, she ended up testifying, y'all. She testified and said that she was kidnapped. She said she was kidnapped. Yeah, she was kidnapped, assaulted, and something else. Yeah, she had to. He made her do he kidnapped her for about a week, and made her do a lie detector test in an abandoned building. Then he actually showed up to her place. He showed up to her place with a weapon and told her she had to help him take out Kid Cudi. So this makes me think about the Kid Cudi car bombing that happened, that Kid Cudi testified about. When he said that Kid Cudi was told by either the prosecutor or the defense or Diddy's legal team that there was fingerprints found and there was female fingerprints. That made me think about, so this used to be assistant, Mrs. Clark. Was she saying that she was kidnapped by Diddy and made he told her she had to help him. So it made me think like, maybe that's the female fingerprint that was found, during this whole situation. But she also ended up testifying about the time that she actually seen the abuse that Cassie went through with Diddy. She actually told her that you needed to stop dating Diddy and get with somebody, start dating somebody else. And she said Cassie told her Jay-Z is already took it. I said, baby, that's it. That right there let me know that's a lot. That statement alone said everything. It's like, oh, my brain is working, and I said I don't want to get too deep into that. It tells a lot about because they because Diddy and Jay-Z are good for are best Judies. Allegedly. So I said, please, I wouldn't put it past. But I said that's what she ended up testifying about. Also, She testified about no, that was it. That was it with that. So we'll move on past them. Let's move on to give congratulations to Gracelle Shannon. I hope I'm saying her last name right. She ended up her and Lifetime actually extended their partnership to two new movies. Congratulations to her. And she just been going up and up since she left the Housewives of Beverly Hills. Will she be back? Maybe in a couple of years. We'll see how that's go. So let's move on to Shannon Sharpe. So Shannon Sharpe ended up getting on him and Ocho Cinco show podcast saying that his the tour that he had set up for the podcast that he was doing has been postponed because of the legal stuff that he's going through. So he can't do that right now. So it's been postponed into next summer or next year. I said, I'm surprised you even did that one because I said you might as well go on ahead and make this money because you gonna need it for your legal team. Because I don't think this lawsuit going away if you ain't paid the person yet. But let's move on past that. Let's move on to this nurse. So this nurse ended up getting herself fired. So she ended up doing the stupidest stuff that I ever seen. So she kept going live while she kept going live while she was passing meds out. It was med time. She was passing out meds and she kept going live the whole time. The people in her live even told her, ma'am, you gonna get in trouble. You need to stop. Y'all need to relax. Y'all need to relax and chill. Cause I didn't did this before. So it got back to the higher up. And the higher up said you're fired. Because this is concerning because you could have this a breach of patient privacy. I said, yeah. I said, so now she didn't get herself fired. I said, the only place she gonna be able to work at is at a nursing home doing nurse's aid at the most. But let's move on past her. Tell me how y'all feel about it in the comments. Let's move on to Jaheim. So Jaheim done got himself arrested again for the same thing he done did before. Animal cruelty. I said, you should have been worrying about, I said, instead of supposedly out here hurting animals, you should have been cutting that hair off that you got left. But you go. So I said, he done got arrested again for animal cruelty. I said, what the hell? I said, what, they drunk? But who knows? That's what's going on with Jaheim. So let's get into Chucky. So the actor that played Chucky, his name, he had passed away. His name Eddie Guile. I hope I'm saying the last name right. So he passed away at 61. I said, who gonna play Chucky now? Because I said, can't nobody play that voice. Can't nobody do it. I said, they're gonna have to get an amazing voice actor that can actually imitate Chucky's voice. Because baby, it ain't gonna be the same without Chucky. That voice, I said, that actor, no, he played the heck out of Chucky. But let's move on past him. Let's move on to the New England Patriot. New England Patriot head coach ended up doing a press conference where he responded to Stefon Diggs. Stefon Diggs was this past weekend. He was out here, having a good time on a yacht, partying up. Cardi was on the yacht too with him somewhere, but apparently he was out here with a couple of ladies, his friends, lady friends, and he had them calling him daddy. And then he gave one of the girls a bag of some pink stuff. And this caused his co-head coach to say he wished his players started making greater decisions. I said, yeah. Because I said, it's okay to have fun. You have fun without the cameras. If you're going to do that type of stuff. I said, you don't do that. But, I said, I said, can they fine him for that? Who knows? But I said, because they showed the picture of it and they showed the video, I had to look back and go back into it. And I said, he did just give that woman a bag of some stuff. And it was pink. I said, "Oh Lord, what the heck was that?" I said, "You out here doing stuff you shouldn't do." And then he told the ladies now. He's like, "Yeah, don't 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 do all of it." I said, "Huh?" So apparently, I want to say some article came back. They said so. Carly, after Cardi heard about what went down on the boat, she done had to get him together about that. Apparently, I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know how long she gonna be with him because, baby, I'm gonna get into that later. That's coming up next in the next two times the mess I got coming up with y'all about Cardi and Offset. The new situation that they got going. But that's all I got for y'all. It's your boy Pop. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, and join the channel. Bye, y'all.